Hi Rachel, here's a video answering that second question for you. So just like before, we're going to take it in its parts and then work forward from there. So here we're going to look at this first fraction here, and it's quite similar to the other question in the fact that you've got an exponent on the outside and you're going to take it across your brackets. You're going to go times your to the power of 16 to the power of it, and then y to the power of it. So let's work through one bit at a time. So I've got 16 to the power of a half. I'm going to write that so that just to remind you that surds and fractional powers are the same. So that is 4. So the square root of 16 is 4. And then we've got times y to the power of 2/3 to the power of a half. So we multiply here. So it's going to give me y to the power of 2 over 6. Which can then simplify. Oh, my numbers know each other, sorry about that. Give me 4y to the power of a third. So we've dealt with that first bracket. And then that's going to be times. Notice I bring down my times through all my working. And we'll change our highlighter colour. Let's go green. And we're going to look at our next bit here. So we're going to work it out. And here we start with the fact that we've got a negative. We know that negative means 1 over. So we're going to do 1 over everything inside that bracket. So we're going to draw our bracket, and we're going to go 1 over 5y to the negative 2/3 to the power of 1/3. Okay, now I look at my next one, and I have a negative power inside the brackets. So when it's inside the brackets, that means that that needs to be shifted. It's going to change its position in the fraction. Okay, so here it's as a denominator, it's going to become a numerator. So where I'm doing that, I'm going to go y to the power of 2/3 over 5. Remember that is all to the power of a third. Oops, I'm going to need to just move down this other working because otherwise it'll get confusing. Oops, it hasn't got it all. We'll just drag it down and rub out what's not got. Okay, there we go. So now I can start combining that power across. Remember, it goes across both parts of it. So I'm going to go y to the power of 2/3 times 1/3. So 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 3 is 9. And then we've got 5 to the power of a third. So that's the third root of 5. But at the moment, we're going to have it to the power of a third. Now we're going to look at our whole problem. Let's get a different colour. So I'm going to look at my whole problem here. Remember that 4 is the same as if it's a 4 over 1. So we go through 4 times 1, or 4 lots times 1 lot of is 4. And then we've got multiply, so we're going to add the powers. So we've got a third plus 2/9. Okay? For our powers. At the bottom, it's nice and easy. It's 5 to the power of a third. So let's tidy this up. I can't add those fractions unless they have a common denominator. 3 goes into 9, so I can then have 9 as my lowest common multiple. So I'm going to have 4 to the y to the power of 3 over 9 is the same as a third. It's 2 over 9. So just practicing things that we've done before. And then that's going to give us 4y to the power of 5/9 over 5 to the power of a third. And it's asked us to not have any powers in this question, I think, from memory. So as I go along, I'm going to tidy that up. So that's going to give me 4. Now, remember, the denominator tells me the root, so it's the 9th root of y to the power of 5. And that's all over the third root of 5. Hope these videos help. Rewind them, play them as many times as you need.